All right, chat, let's get into the tier list. Say hi to YouTube. This is gonna be for a YouTube video. We made a tier list a long time ago, so I wanted to do another one, updated for 3.2. Disclaimer, for anyone who's watching this stream or this video when it's up on YouTube, these are all my personal opinions and my chat's opinions. Everyone has their own opinions. I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yums. I'm not trying to be like, you're wrong if you think Ito is S tier. He should be, no. This tier list is my opinion as an AR-59 player, just my personal experience, my personal opinion. All right, so everyone up to Nahida. This is gonna be only 5 stars. Me and my community's opinion on characters that are a must pull to, you can skip this character. You don't really need them. Let's start off with, well, I get, the Traveler's a 5-star, right? We're gonna skip Traveler, but I will say this, Dendro Traveler is amazing. Dendro Traveler is an amazing character to use if you don't have any other Dendro characters. So you should definitely be using Dendro MC if you can, if you're running a Dendro team. All right, Albedo. I'm getting a lot of B's for Albedo. Albedo B, nice to have and a good pull, but not necessary. Well, the fact that his best in slot weapon was event locked, right? And you can't get it anymore. He's a great character. I actually just got Albedo. I like him a lot, but his usage, I mean, he's a good Geo sub DPS, but I would say he's not a must pull, you know? I think he's like kind of like neutral where the B lies. Like he will help you on your team, but it's not like a game changer. You don't really need to spend your primos on him. If you're ever thinking about pulling for Albedo, like should I pull for Albedo? Maybe. All right, we're gonna skip Aloy because she was given to everybody. Ito, I would say Ito goes into A. I don't think Ito is a must pull. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of A's in chat. I don't think he's a must pull. He is actually a strong DPS though. So in my opinion, I feel like Geo's a little weird in Genshin Impact. Yeah, he is very easy to build too. He's pretty quick as well. I'd say A. He's very powerful, but he's not like a, oh my God, I need to pull Ito right now, you know. Next 5-star on the list, D-Luke. I'm gonna be honest with you, A or B, more so B. I'm gonna put him in B, and this is the reason why. I think D-Luke is underrated. I think he can be very powerful, especially for early game players. Hell, even late game players, he's really good. I mean, he's very good on like vaporized teams and stuff like that. My only issue is his ultimate ability. I literally despise, I hate his ultimate ability so much. It's just like a cool, clean sweep, you know, but like I miss sometimes. I feel like it never does that much damage. It pushes your enemies away, where in my opinion, I want to bring my enemies closer so I can hit them. But again, if you lose your 50-50 to him, it's not the end of the world. He's worth building, especially if you don't have anybody else or any other pyro DPS. Okay, Eula. I want to put her in A or S. I'm trying not to be biased right now because I'm a Eula main, but she's just a cryo Ito. Honestly, I don't even consider Eula cryo. I know she is cryo, but dude, she's physical damage. From my personal experience, as you guys have seen, you know, I hit 1.1 million with her. My autos do 15 to 20K per hit. Like, she's strong. But again, I have a C1 triple crowned Song of Broken Pines Eula. And I have to remember this is for C0, not best in slot weapon characters. So I think A is a good spot to put her. I think she's a great character. I think she hits so freaking hard. To get her to be the best that she can be, you would definitely want to run her with like Electro and Cryo and stuff like that. Ganyu, where does Ganyu go? I'm gonna put her in A, and this is why. Playing a bow character is not easy, especially with her. She really focuses on charge shots, right? And so you need to aim for that. Usually I just aim at the ground at like the enemy's feet, and it still hits people, right? She does hit very hard, but you also, I'd recommend running her with a shield character because she can easily get like knocked out of her aiming, and it's so annoying sometimes. I put her in A. Should you pull for Ganyu if she is on the banner? I would say, yeah, she's worth the pull. She's worth your primos. Hu Tao. My heart, I want to put her in S tier, but again, this is C0. A tier. I would say she's A tier because she takes a lot of stamina, and you need to learn how to stamina manage with her. You can always, you know, dash cancel with her, which not everyone does. I don't do that. And her stamina drain can be annoying as hell. Yeah, I feel like without C1, it's very frustrating, which is why I am fully prepared when Hu Tao gets a rerun. I already have a Hu Tao. I want Staff of Homa for her, and I want C2 or C1, because then her charge shots don't use stamina, which is where she like shines. But she's very powerful. She's a very powerful pyro unit. I love Hu Tao. I used to use her all the time before Yoimiya, but like she's great. Okay, Jean, I would say is A tier. There's a lot of A tiers so far, but there's gonna be some C tiers. She's a very good healer. She's easy to build in my opinion. Just like if you want to build her as a healer, just put some attack on her, a high base attack weapon, you're good to go. Sunfire Jean, I did that for a while and that build is very fun. Sunfire Jean, yeah, it's when you run Jean with Benny and you do Benny's ult and then you do Jean's ult and then it just swirls pyro, bro. It just melts, it destroys. It's so insane. I would not feel right putting her in B tier. No. If I lose a 50-50 to Jean, I'm not mad, really. Underrated, 5-star. In my opinion. All right, Kazuha, that's easy for me. He's an S tier unit, dude. He is a must pull. He's literally, if he's on a banner, I say pull for him 100%, if you can do it. I've literally had him since his first banner, and bro, the swirling, the grouping even is pretty good. The shield shred, like he's insane. And he's so easy to build. At least in my opinion, he was easy to build. You can put the new Moonlight weapon on him, I think is what it's called. You can put Iron Sting on him. Just like if you want like a good build, just go EM build. Put as much EM on him as possible. Slap him on any team, and bro, like he's insane. Ayaka. I want to put Ayaka in S tier. In the Genshin community, she's obviously considered one of the strongest units to bring into Spiral Abyss. And as you guys notice, every time I do Spiral Abyss, I bring in my Ayaka. I have her at C0. I do have Mist Splitter on her, but before I had Mist Splitter, I had Black Sword on her. You can put Kaguchi on her, which is a craftable Inazuma weapon. She's insane. On a freeze team, 4-piece Blizz, dude, like, and it's easier to build with 4-piece Blizz because you don't have to focus so much on crit rate, just crit damage stats, like, right? The way I build my Ayaka is 4-piece Blizz. He has Mist Splitter, but you can do Black Sword or Kaguchi, right? Or even Jade Cutter if you want to. And then I have like around 25 to 30 crit rate and then like 200 something crit damage. And if you have a Shenhe, bro, it's insane. In Spiral Abyss, I do about 30 to 40k per tick on her ult, and then around 60 to 80,000 on like her hold burst at C0. She's crack. If you have the Primo gems, go for Ayaka. If you need a cryo DPS, you will not regret it. Kaching, where do we put Kaching? Yeah, I was gonna say she's kind of good now with Dendro. If you run her on an aggravate team, I've seen some insane numbers with her, dude. We have to remember, chat, we can't just think about Dendro team. We have to think about the character as a whole. But I think as a whole, with Dendro and non-Dendro teams, she's put in B tier. Klee, you guys are gonna hate me for this. Oh, you guys actually agree with me? I love Klee as a character. I think she's adorable, but I would honestly say you can skip Klee. I don't like the range. I think she's extremely clunky and slow to play in comparison to other characters. She's my new regret character. I thought I was gonna love her. Bro, I just don't like her playstyle. And again, some people do like her playstyle, and I'm not crapping on that. If you like Klee and you think Klee's an S tier or A tier, more power to you. But for me, you could skip Klee and you'd be fine. Mona, I'm thinking B tier. What do you guys think? A, B, B, S. She is an incredible buffer. She buffs people like crazy with that ultimate ability, right? Like if you lose your 50-50 to Mona, it's not a bad thing. Like I wouldn't use her as a main DPS for sure. I'd only really use her as a support. So then what, you think B? I think B then. B for broke? Yo, let's go. B for broke. This is very hard. In my personal opinion, I would put Mona in high B, low A, but I can't put him in between. So I want to say B. Chi-Chi. Where do we put Chi-Chi at? From my experience, Chi-Chi is a very good healer. I think she's an amazing healer, like Jean. You just mark people and then do damage to them and then you get healed. That's pretty cracked. D for dead. You guys are just mad because you guys lose your 50-50s to Chi-Chi. That's what it is. So you're like, put her in D. I hate her. That's what it is. Chi-Chi's only positive is her heals, though. She doesn't have DPS or anything else. Jean has swirl, so she's B. That's a good point. Like, if you lose your 50-50 to Chi-Chi, yeah, it stings. It hurts. But I always try to tell people, Chi-Chi's not that bad. Let's put Chi-Chi in B. Raiden Shogun. D tier. D for dump truck. God. Hey. Dude, she's S tier, dude. I've had Raiden since her release banner, and I've used her ever since. She's so insane, dude. You have a very good free-to-play weapon, the catch, that you need to get to R5. That's very good on her. She's an amazing electro battery. Her ultimate, like if you build her right, oh my god, dude. So to answer the question, should you pull for Raiden Shogun and your F2P or whoever? Yes, 110%. If you can do it, pull for Raiden. Kokomi. Oh God, she's damn. I don't know. I want to put her in S tier, and I'm a Kokomi stan. I'm a Kokomi simp, dude. I've had her since day one. I've always tried fighting for Coco, dude. I've been trying to tell people go for Coco, but Genshin likes to put Coco on banners that like you're not gonna pull for Coco. The reason why I put Coco in S tier is because she is an insane healer. She's easy to build. She's an amazing hydro applicator as well for freeze teams, dude. All around, Coco, insane, in my opinion. I think she's a better healer than Benny. I don't take Benny with me to fight H-Dawg sometimes. I'll take Coco to help me. And I love Benny. I C6 my Benny. Genshin Impact told me that I'm a Benny main on the anniversary thing. And if you're a new player, yo, she's gonna keep you alive, dude. You're not gonna die with her around. I will die on this hill. Coco's S tier. Shenhe. I kind of want to put Shenhe in B tier, A tier-ish. I think she's a very niche character to play because I only use my Shenhe with my cryo characters, Ganyu or Ayaka, mostly Ayaka. And I will say it's cracked, dude. The damage that a boost that you get is insane. But other than that, I'd say she's a B tier. If you have an Ayaka or a Ganyu and you use them regularly, Shenhe is definitely a pull, a must pull. But if you don't plan to use cryo characters like these two, I wouldn't pull. She does buff for physical, but like, no, she doesn't. Like, no, she doesn't, you know? Tartaglia and Yaimiko are next. I'm gonna let you guys decide this. Where do you put Tartaglia? Because I don't like his play style, and so I don't really like him, but he does some insane damage. B, he has a specific playstyle that isn't for everyone. If you can figure it out, then he can do great damage. B for me is cooldown. Oh yeah, he's got a long ass cooldown, but I think you have to like time it right so that he doesn't have as long as a cooldown. Let's put him in B. If someone was to ask me, should I prefer Tartaglia? I would say no. I'd say wait for Ayato. That's what I would personally say in my stream to someone. So I'm gonna put him in B. Venti. I'm gonna say A tier. If Venti is on a banner, I would say he is worth the pull. He's very good at crowd control. In Spiral Abyss, bro, oh my God, Spiral, he's insane. Just sucks everyone in. Xiao. He hovers between S and A, but I think A. And the reason why I say A is because his best team is really dependent on high investment characters. Fairly easy to build, but he can only use like 2 pole arms. That is also true. I can agree with A, but I think his kit is overrated. Really? Ray Liz? I agree. I think Xiao is overrated. I think everyone thinks Xiao is like a SSS must pull mega character. I'm not like I like Xiao. I like Xiao, but I'm not crazy about Xiao. I'm not a Xiao stan. I don't think he's new player friendly. I think he's A tier. If he's on a banner and you think you're gonna like the play style, I'd say he's worth a pull. Yaimiko. Ooh. This is gonna be another character that you guys can come up with on this one. I don't like to use Yaimiko at all. What do you guys think though? I'm seeing a lot of A and Bs. With Dendro, she's now B before she was C. Really? She takes so much time for her sub DPS. You need to put 3 pillars, all 3 pillars, extreme needs of energy. She does. She's very energy hungry. Her playstyle's boring in my opinion. Her turrets are kind of picky. She's a little selfish. That is true. Okay, so if someone was to ask me in a hypothetical situation, Doro, the next banners are Tartaglia and Yaimiko. Should I pull for them? I would say no. Wait for Raiden Shogun if you want a good Electro character. I think B is a good spot for Yaimiko, but I don't think she's a must pull. Next 5-star on the list is, it's my other S tier character that I was thinking about earlier. Yoimiya. Yoimiya is S tier, 100%. Base, dude. She's insane. I will die on this hill like I will die on this hill for Kazuha and Coco. Yoimiya is underrated as Turtle, edit that part out or bleep it out. She's a bow character, right? Not everyone likes to play bow characters. Guess what? You're in luck. Just press her skill and then just do autos and she will just do her thing. I bring her into Spiral Abyss, right? This was before I had Thundering Pulse and stuff. R5 Rust on her. Bro. I think it's her 3rd and 5th damage output in the combo that she does. That is like the big numbers, right? Put her with a Benny. Pair her with a Xingqiu, a Kazuha, Sucrose. If you have Zhongli or a shield character, her damage output's insane. She's extremely easy to play. I run her with my Yelan and oh my God, when I tell you, she's just like Wow. And it makes me sad because Hoyo does her dirty every single banner she's on. I don't think she requires shield. No. You know why she doesn't require shield? I would say her shield is very useful, especially if you're getting ganged up on. And I usually run her with a shield. But in my experience with my Yoimiya and my Benny, she kills enemies so fast, they don't even have time to hit me. And her range is pretty good too. That's why S tier for me. For beginner players, I would say Yoimiya is S tier. Oh my God, yeah. You do have to get to Inazuma though. But I posted a clip yesterday on my YouTube. If you guys want to check it out, here's my YouTube link on how to get to Inazuma early. Maybe you can collect some stuff. I would say Yoimiya is a must pull. Zhongli, I want to put him in S tier. He will change your game forever. So if you don't want your game to get 10 times easier, don't pull for Zhongli. Like for real, dude. Literally, you don't need to dodge anymore. Stack as much HP on this boy as you can. Shields up, you're golden, dude. You can also build him as a hybrid. You can build him as a Geo, a hybrid DPS, burst DPS. You can build him as a physical DPS. Zhongli's S tier.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. My titties popped. And I made a memory. Ayato! Some people are gonna hate me for this. A tier. I don't think he's S tier, but I think he's A tier. I think he's better than Tartaglia as a Hydro DPS. He's easier to play. Like Yoimiya, you just do his skill and then you just do his autos and he just goes bing, 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 bing. He just does the slashes, dude. You could even run him with like a Ganyu, right? And then just do both of their ultimates and it's just freezing everyone. Running him with a Benny and a Yunjin is insane. Yunjin will boost his speed, so he's just like, pop, 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 pop. It's so fast, and his damage output is cracked, dude. I would say if he's on a banner and you want a Hydro DPS unit, I'd pull for Ayato for sure. He's by far my favorite Hydro DPS unit. We're almost done, actually, I think. Yelan, dude. Where do I put Yelan, dude? He's a glorified Xingqiu, in my opinion. I'm trying to not be biased because I love Yelan. She was that sleeper character that I didn't think I was gonna like. I pulled her because of FOMO, and then I fell in love with her. I think she's A tier. What do you think? She's good sub DPS. She scales off of HP. Good mobility for exploring, but it's not a must for Xingqiu's best. I was gonna say, if you have a Xingqiu, I don't think she's a must pull, but I think she's an amazing 5-star. I think A tier is good. I don't think she's a must pull, but she's a good pull. Tainari, oh. A tier. I like Tainari a lot. Like when I first got him, he was the first Dendro 5-star. I love him. I love his skill comes up so quick when you just throw out his thingy. It distracts enemies. It does Dendro, and then your charge shots are just like bink, bink, like so fast, dude. I would use him on a spread team, and he was insane on that. This is an overall character, not just a niche character. In spread, he's amazing, but overall, maybe that brings him down to a B because the Dendro application is not the best. I think B. I think he's a very powerful unit in a spread team. But overall, if you lose your 50-50 and you get Tainari, don't be mad at all. Build him and put him on a spread team and you will be happy. He's very good. Sino. Ooh. Where does Sino go? I don't really think he's S tier. Maybe a high A. He's very good with Dendro. Can run him on a taser team probably too. I mean, his weapon is best in slot, obviously, but White Tassel's good on him. Primordial Jade Cutter is really good on him. Or Primordial Jade Winged Spear, sorry. I kind of want to put him in B. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna put him in B. I love Sino. Don't fight me. Don't get mad at me in the comments on this YouTube video, but I don't think he's a must pull. All right, Nilou. Where do I put Nilou? I love Nilou. She's insanely cracked with Bloom. Like, oh my God. Like, I would put her in like must pull, but that's a very, very, very niche team to build. You can also run her with Vaporize, but like there's other units that do it better. I kind of want to put her in B. She's a very niche character, but she is insanely good at that niche. Like if I was just saying Bloom Nilou, where do I put that? Fucking S tier. She's cracked. You've seen what Nilou does with a Bloom team, but overall, like other reactions, is it easy to build? I think she's very easy to build. I think she shines very much in a Bloom team, which you can run Dendro MC and Cole with both characters you get for free. She's a B. I would say if you plan to use her on a Bloom team, pull for her. like do it. But if you want like a character, like an overall character that like not just Bloom, I want to use her for different stuff, you can do that, but then I think that bumps her down to B. Last character, because we're not going to do the characters that aren't out yet. That makes no sense, man. We don't go off of leaks here. Nahida. Where do we put Nahida? Do we put her in S or A? See, I want to put her in S, and the reason why is because she's not just for Dendro application, right? I mean she is, but like, and that is the current like meta. But honestly, if you have a Nahida, like you don't really need other Dendro characters on the team. She makes the game easier, and she gives nice quality of life features like her skill picking up items. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh god, yeah. I'd say she's S tier. If Nahida's on a banner and you are able to pull, should you pull? I would say yes. She's future-proof. She works well with all the Dendro reactions. Honestly, can be the only Dendro character on your team, which leaves room for a different build on your team, you know, with other reactions and stuff. I would say yeah. And if you have her with Nilou, it's broken. That's our tier list. S tier is like must pull. A tier is like, it's a good pull. They're very good. I would recommend it. B tier is like a 50-50. Like, you know what? They are a good character, but in the same time, they're either very niche or there's probably someone a little bit better than them that I would probably wait for. C is like, man, I don't know. Unless you love that character, the personality and just all that, and you like the playstyle, then yeah, go for it. And then D is like, don't pull. We didn't have any D characters. I expected. They're 5 stars for a reason. Again, as I've been saying throughout this is all my opinion. If someone were to ask me for my opinion, that is what my answers would be. Everyone has their own opinions. Be respectful of everyone else's opinions. No tier list in the world is going to be perfect. It's not going to make everyone happy, but this is my tier list. So that's the tier list.